Hi everybody, I'm Jim Skelly and this is the Global Conversation. This is the sixth of our mini lectures for the spring semester in 2011. We should be moving ahead with a number of things that are significant to your participation in the course, most notably the learning circles. If you can, a number of people have done the interviews with their colleagues in the learning circle, but just if you've been interviewed already and that's been posted, please interview the person just below you on the list, in the member list for the learning circle. And if somehow somebody doesn't respond, interview the next person. What we really want you to do is get to know each other, and if you can do it by Skype, that's even better. Get to know each other so that it's much easier to work together. And the most important thing, of course, is working together on one of the learning circle projects. So you need to define some proposal for that project by this coming Tuesday. That's not very far away, actually, only a couple of days. And I had a conversation with Sadie Lutmer in Minneapolis, Minnesota in the United States yesterday, and I emphasized the fact that, it doesn't have to be a very broad project. She's dealing with coal resources, things like that in her learning circle, and I said, do it on whether clean coal is really clean coal, something like that. You can take a very limited project within the umbrella definition of what the learning circle is focused on. So don't drive yourselves mad with it. And what often happens, and I'll be very clear about it, is that everybody sort of expects somebody else will take the lead on it. Jump in there, take the lead. Don't hold back, okay? Because this is really where you will probably learn a great deal in this class, and there's nothing like the collaboration itself. So do get involved with it and try to get the proposals to Chris Shunas by Tuesday. Okay. Now the next thing, people in different institutions are proceeding at a different pace in this class, and some of them have different assignments if their professors want. So, when I give these mini lectures and I suggest something, it's for the general progress of the class, but you may have something that comes before that based on what your professor is saying. So, the person you should be following is your local professor. And if you don't have one, that means you should follow what I'm suggesting, okay? Now, one of the things that I want to recommend under Theme 7, and this goes for whether you're focused on Theme 7 now or later, I think it's one of the most important pieces in this class, and that's the focus on population. There's a very funny little video, short video, funny but dark humored, my favorite kind of humor, by the way, but it's called The Stork. It's a 3-minute or so animation, and it'll bring home some of the issues to you with regard to population at a very personal level, I think. Then the next one is a lecture by Paul Ehrlich. He wrote The Population Bomb in the late 1960s, and Paul Ehrlich gives a very compelling lecture about the problems that we're facing today. So you may want to take a look at that. The other thing I would say is that you, please, of all the things I think you should watch in this class, the one I think you should watch before anything else is the 6th part. You'll see we've got it. It's Horizon, and it's about how many people can the planet Earth support. It's done by David Attenborough. We've loaded it in 6 parts, which link to it on YouTube. It is a fantastic film and will make the issues really, really vivid for you. So take a look at that. Above all, if there's one thing you do around these topics, do take a look at that. Also, there's a very important article this week, and that's called The Tragedy of the Commons. There's also an interactive tool that we posted. The Tragedy of the Commons is very important, so do read that. We seem to have lost the link between the video and audio portion of this mini lecture, so let me just finish up by telling you a couple of things. The first is that we also wanted to bring your attention to a very interesting article in The Guardian the other day, it was yesterday, about the fact that infant dolphins seem to be washing ashore in the Gulf of Mexico. And there's some speculation, of course, that such a high number of infants, much larger than normal, is tied to the Gulf oil spill. There are also two articles that are sort of the reverse of the private troubles public interest that we had earlier in the course. And that is that these two articles
challenge the assumption that doing things at a personal level will really make the environment that much better. Because we tend to see things as private troubles, we also tend to look for solutions as private as well. So one of the things that you want to look at and be critical about is whether your personal behavior matters that much. Both of these articles leave you with the sense that although it's important to do things at a personal level, and they're certainly educative for yourselves and for others, it's also very, very important to look at social structures, something we've been emphasizing all along. So take a look at those. I've linked in the email that I sent you earlier today. So I hope you engage as fully as you have been doing, and I'll look forward to talking with you all again soon. Thanks.